Hello there, my Scorpio collective. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Okay, Scorpios, what's up with you? Let's put you front and center there. What's going on with your energy, Scorpios? Ooh. I'm drawn to the color red, so some of you, red vehicles. This is like red hot poker vibes. That could be a casino game. Some of you, that's like the flower. I don't know if that flower's in bloom yet or not. That's a very specific. I forget where they grow. It's a very interesting energy there. Again with the sailor energies. Lord, don't let yourself be overwhelmed and be careful around any water. Some of y'all be careful around water signs. So, sweet Jesus. That's like seahorse energy there. The camellia vibes there on that flag for you. That's like Lady Sings the Blue. That's like Billie Holiday energy as well. What are you doing? This is almost like Black Dahlia energy. So those of you Scorpios that like that type of energy, what are you doing, Scorpios? What the fuck? Two of Pentacles. Scorpio rising in particular with you? What the fuck is your energy, Scorpios? The Seven of Swords? To the Hierophant energy. My, oh my. You need to be making some smart decisions. Some of you say the fuck away from any water sign energy right now. Don't let your energy be overwhelming either. I feel like you avoid, that's like giving me the vibes of like Niagara Falls or any of you that's around like a waterfall energy. So that way you don't allow yourself to be overwhelmed with something. I think even Spirit is kind of giving you this vibe as well. So definitely trust your instincts and trust your intuition. If something seems fishy, be mindful of that too. Because that's giving me like the sandcastles and the fish tank. So sweet Jesus. Crowning that, you got the Chariot energy. Archangel Michael vibes. There's the Five of Pentacles. Why do I feel like you avoid a swindling energy? There's the there's the Eight of Swords. Lord have mercy. Those of you, if something isn't working out, something that doesn't feel right, some of you, if you're like a praying person and you're like, oh God, don't send me a sign, and then you avoid like every sort of sign that's given, it's kind of like you need to trust the fuck out of something here. You need to trust something. If something ain't working, it isn't working. And there's the Fool energy. I feel like you get given so many options, so many opportunities to avoid some of you emotional attachments and connections and like swindling vibes. But some of you like pay it absolutely no attention. Especially if you're someone that's like, oh God, send me a sign, or oh, send me a sign, and then you get the sign and you're like, well, send me 3 more and maybe I'll pay attention. So, sweet Jesus. This doesn't feel like luck energy. Some of you Scorpios, trust your fucking intuition for once. Some of you be mindful of the red energy. I don't know, some of y'all a red boat, a red jet ski, a red roof. I don't know, whatever the hell this is. Are some of you like reading the Bible? Some of you could be, is it Revelations? What are you doing? Four of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, the High Priestess energy. And there's the Tower vibes. Lord have mercy. There we go with this cloaked energy with you. Oh, those of you, if you got costuming, for fuck's sake, be mindful of that. This is like Rebel Without a Cause vibes as well. The James Dean's famous red jacket. They're drive-ins? What are you doing? Someone could like old Hollywood history. Some of you could be a history buff. Some of you like the costuming energy here. I feel like you're getting all the inspiration that you need. You're getting all like the information that you need in very interesting ways. But you could still be someone, Scorpio, that's like, oh, I just don't understand. I just don't get it. It's like, damn. Is this astrological with you? There's the Queen of Cups. This is like Jaws energy too. Lord have mercy. Some of you, now is not the time for a relationship or partnership. Some of you be very mindful of water signs in particular. Someone wants you to trust them, but you really shouldn't. So this is the energy, Scorpios. If you're trying to overcome a fear, or some of you are letting your like common sense, some fear is there for a reason, right? So some of y'all need to trust it, but damn, some of you are dealing with people who continually leave people in this Five of Pentacles energy. Those of you that try to make a relationship or partnership, work with somebody who has so many failed relationships or partnerships, so you like don't even need to know. You already know. This person is like, it's not a good influence. They're not a good influence when it comes to you. Because they're careless. It's a very careless energy. Oh my goodness. Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. Surfers, be mindful of those on jet skis. Jet skis, be mindful of surfers. Any of you that's doing anything by the water. Any of you that live by the beach, live by the ocean, live by a lake. Be mindful of the water. Some of you, stay the fuck out of the water. Some of you, stay the fuck away from a water sign energy. Or some of you dealing with a relationship or partnership with someone that, damn, all their past failures should be like what you need to be mindful of. Whatever this red cloak fucking energy is. The color red with you. But red is like a warning. Red is like danger. Red can be sexy, but it's also, there's so much with this. I don't know what the fuck you got going on. There is a really good movie out there. I forget what the fuck it's called. Where it talks about James Dean's passing, and then there's these like these kids that like do a little homage thing. I don't know what the fuck it's called. Any of you that like the old Hollywood films, it's like that. So someone here is a history buff or a Hollywood buff. Those of you, if you live anywhere near that area, just be mindful of this energy. Take what's yours, Scorpio, and leave what's not, because whatever the hell this is, it's going to be different for every fucking one of you. The Two of Pentacles there with the Five of Wands. There needs to be more common sense energy with you, Scorpio. So those of you, if things just aren't working, if things just aren't like vibing right, don't try to make it. Don't try to make it. If you're not prepared or you're not aware of what it is that you're doing, now's not the time to try a new adventure or try something new. Especially if you're around a bunch of careless individuals as well. I think you've switched it up, and that's what makes the difference with you. Over that is the Knight of Wands. And there's the Three of Swords. Three of Swords with the Five of Cups. If someone here is an actor or an actress, and you get like an interesting opportunity, some of you be mindful of the stunts that you do. This feels like a Hollywood vibe. This feels like someone that makes movies. This feels like someone that at least are interested in that. But you know the classics. Some of you could be costume designing. If something don't work, for fuck's sake, don't try to make it work. You like need to wear the proper PPE. Whatever the hell that is. Some of you, when it comes to relationships or partnerships, you need to be able to spot the red flags like immediately. They're like marker posts for some of you. Some of you are dealing with relationships or partnerships that you know all their exes are glad that they're someone's exes, but you could be still trying to make it work. This is like on Golden Pond energy too. Who's the movie buff? Who is studying movie? Who likes history? The red cloak energy with you, that keeps coming up. So someone in costuming. This is not going to be every Scorpio, so take what's yours and leave what's not. Some of you, the red flags are so fucking obvious, so pay attention to them. Oh, Lord have mercy, Scorpio. This is like Natalie Wood vibes. So any of you that study the history, Hollywood history, you like the film history, some of you, maybe that's what you do for work. Someone here could maybe do safety when it comes to the job that you do. Some of you, if you're around the water, because it's like Baywatch energy too, right? With the red bathing suits that they would wear. Be mindful and just, now is not the time for anything unnecessary. There's so many levels to this, Scorpio, so you're going to have to take what's yours and leave what's not. So those of you, if you're around the water, just basic water safety. Don't go out with people that don't know what the fuck it is that they're doing. Those of you, if you're like a history buff, some of you may get the opportunity, especially if you like do movies or something like that. Some of you costuming. If you've been to a museum of like Hollywood history, some of you could get the opportunity. Some of you, that could be what you study as well. Lord have mercy, Scorpios. Scorpios, a lot of you are dealing with people that you kind of know you really should keep your distance from, or just be mindful of the connections that you have with them. So if you're in a situation where you're going out with people you don't trust, be mindful of that. Some of you are far better off just saying no. I feel like you need to stay out of the water, stay out of your feels, stay out of your emotions. The red energy with you. This is really interesting. That's like a red letter day. That's like a scarlet letter. I have the Wheel of Fortune energy here. That feels like Long Beach. Take what's yours and leave what's not. What's over this? The 9 of Cups with the 7 of Wands. The 4 of Wands. There's the Sun. There's the 10 of Wands. And there's the King of Wands. Knight of Swords. The Moon. The 2 of Swords. With the 9 of Swords. Lord have mercy. This is like a major dose of reality for a lot of you. Whatever the hell you're doing, be mindful of like, this is all like timing energy with you as well. So if you're by the water, be mindful of the tides. Some of you be mindful of those emotional connections. It's like you're right at that sort of moment of breakthrough. You're right at that moment of discovery. There's like so many good options and opportunities coming your way, but then you got a lot of distractor vibes. Scorpios, you're able to overcome this. So some of you, if you're like your knowledge, your skill set is going to be very important here. And the decisions that you make are going to be very important here. There is so many layers to this, Scorpio. So this is the sort of dynamic here when it comes to you. Don't let yourself be overwhelmed. Some of y'all pay attention to your astrology. Red energy. That could be Jupiter. That could be Mercury. Those of you, if you have anything to do with like safety, be mindful of that as well. So if that's what you do for work, pay attention to that. None of this should be overwhelming with you. So now's not the time to get out of your comfort zone, Scorpios. So I don't care whatever the fuck it is, right? This is like if you don't feel comfortable riding with somebody, then now's the time to say no thanks. I'll get an Uber. I'll walk. I'll just stay here on the beach. I'm good. Be mindful of that energy. Some of you, when it comes to relationships or partnerships, be mindful of anything that goes too fast. Some of you, you're already like aware of the relationships or partnerships. Those of you, when it comes to history, some of you could get the opportunity to work for a museum. So if that's what you're interested in, this could be like a great opportunity. This is feeling a lot like LA vibes, or at least somewhere by the water. So take what's yours, leave what's not. Some of you could get the opportunity to do like museum work. Especially if you like the history. This could even be costuming for some of you. Costuming or graphic design. Some of you could get the opportunity to watch a whole bunch of old school Hollywood films. Like the classics. A lot of you, this is like classic films when it comes to you. So some of you could be doing... what the hell do they call it when you study film in school? Some of you, this is like NYU vibes. I know they have a really good film school. I love the red. So whatever sort of red flag energy, now's the time to just pay attention. Definitely be mindful of the tides. So some of you, if you pay attention to your astrology, maybe your moon placement, you have the Two of Pentacles in here. So some of you, your moon nodes could be switching. So that could be what's changing up the vibe when it comes to you. I feel like you can look at everything and make smart choices. The thing with you is, are you going to make those smart choices? So now is not the time to let peer pressure overwhelm you. Now is not the time to second guess what you already know. This is be mindful of any sort of safety precaution that you need to make. So now's not the time for any unnecessary risks of any kind. Those of you, especially if you're traveling, you're new to an area, be mindful of rip current energy, right? If you're not used to water. So, damn. Judgment with the Seven of Cups to the Ten of Pentacles to the Two of Cups. King of Swords. Some of you, this almost feels like a test. So some of you could be getting the opportunity for a job. And you're going to have to... this is like a good knowledge energy. So those of you, if you're... Some of you could get the opportunity to do like a game show. Those of you that wanted to do a game show. That's been coming up with you for a while. Or some sort of opportunity here. But you're gonna, this is like a really beautiful mixed vibe energy with you. So you could be in a lot of new energy. You could be in an area where you're not really sure. You're not quite aware. So you need to just make sure that you are paying attention. Some of you definitely be mindful of your family plan in there. This is more like STDs. So those of you be mindful of like the H's, right? Hepatitis, herpes, HPV, HIV. Some of y'all meningitis. Some of y'all, if you're in a body of water, be mindful of the sort of contaminants when it comes to that as well. You shouldn't be doing anything that's like unnecessary or anything that really kind of creeps you the fuck out anyway. What's this? What's the sort of vibe here of this Ten of Wands? Don't exert yourself so much to the point that you can't get yourself back. So if you're like swimming, you decide you want to swim, don't go out any further than what you can swim back. You need to make sure that you're staying in your comfort zone. So when it comes to a relationship or partnership, don't put forth any more energy. Don't go any further into something where you don't feel like you can turn around and change your mind. I think that's what makes the difference when it comes to you. You have to be able to make the smart choices. You have to be more forward thinking with that hermit energy. You should always be mindful of the sort of guiding light energy with you too. Those of you that like boats, those of you that like the water, those of you that like the history. Someone here likes the Hollywood vibe, so you can like the classic movies. It is summertime, so there's a lot of people. Maybe you're going to go to a drive-in and see some of the classics. Red costuming when it comes to you. Red jackets, red cloaks. This could be cosplay energy as well. Some of y'all could be going to like a movie festival. Some of you could be on a game show. Some of you could get the opportunity. Some of you, this almost feels like a quiz energy as well. So some of you could be taking a test. Maybe you want to work for a museum. You want to be a tour guide. Maybe you want to, or some of you could be taking the tour of the stars, or those of you that like some of the more, the darker side. Any of you that watch those videos, there's history on this too. So a lot of this you know, a lot of this you should understand, a lot of this you should definitely trust your intuition on. Sorry about the water energy, but I feel like that's as much like a physical body of water as much as it is like your emotions. So, you know what I mean? The beach may seem romantic, but some of y'all be mindful if you're wanting to go skinny dipping. Be mindful if you're out there on a boat with somebody that don't know what the fuck they're doing. Don't go out any further than what you feel safe you're able to get back in. So this is going to be all about your comfort level and your wisdom to judge that. Which for a lot of you, if you're in something new, you might not be able to understand that. Some of you be mindful of the rip current energy. Some of you have a relationship or partnership wanting to come in, and damn, it's going to overwhelm you. So some of y'all be mindful of water sign energy. Some of you, you're like already aware. So some of you could be dealing with X energy, but damn. Why the fuck even go there? There's nothing here that you don't understand or at least have a comfortable knowledge of. And if all else fails, don't go out any further than what you can safely get back in. So don't get into a relationship or partnership and get to the point where you can't back the fuck out of it. Always make sure that you don't lose count of that. Some of you be mindful of those that's trying to wear your energy down as well. Someone could be doing some graphic design. Take what's yours, Scorpio, leave what's not. The complexity with you is absolutely brilliant, but it can encompass so many things. Some of you don't get like so overwhelmed, like you have such a great day, you're having such a good time, that you let lapse in judgment. You're making like decisions you don't need to be making. Some of you, there's a relationship or partnership that you really shouldn't trust somebody. So who's captaining your boat? Who's in charge of the sort of trajectory that you're going? Who's the one that's like in control of something? Because someone could just be trying to wear you out. So how good can you tread water? Don't go any deeper than what you can to get your ass back. Don't be overwhelmed either for some of you. Damn, Scorpio. There's a freaking loving complexity on this. Take what's yours, leave what's not. If you're questioning or doubting, you know all the answers that you need to. You're well aware of what you need to pay attention to. So just pay attention. Anything that's red gets your attention. So stop, slow down, or your ass ain't supposed to be there, right? Raindrops keep falling on my head, but that doesn't mean my eyes will soon be turning red. Again with the water energy, and look at this. Ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough. Those of you, if you're hiking, if you're around canyons or mountains or something like that, be mindful of the flowing water. There's a lot of places that's getting flooded out now, so damn. No unnecessary risks. Some of you be mindful of a relationship or partnership. Because someone is like, it's just dead weight energy. They're far too exhausting. This is a person that doesn't know their limits, so they go hard and they go fast, but damn, they tire out, and then sweet Jesus. Don't do anything that you're not able to safely get back to where you need to be. Don't go into any relationship or partnership where you can't change your mind. Better to err on the side of caution than not. Especially if you do not know what the fuck it is you're doing, or you should at least know what the fuck it is you're doing. Pay attention to the signs. If it's red, you need to pay attention. Some of you, this is more forward thinking as well too. So you need more of an overview, whatever it is that you're doing. So some of you make plans, make schedules. Some of you make sure that you're checking in with people to let them know where you're at, what it is that you're doing. Some of you, if there's like a sign-in sheet, make sure that you're signing in so that you know. Definitely be mindful of group dynamics as well. So those of you, if you're traveling and you kind of meet up with a group, some of y'all, this could be a tour group vibe as well. There's the Six of Swords. Don't go out any further than you can get your ass back in. So I don't care whatever the hell it is you're doing, right? Now's not the time to get off the beaten path. Now's not the time to... oh, look, I don't know what I'm doing, but let's go do this. No, sit your ass down. Some of you be mindful of that group dynamic as well. This is like peer pressure energy. So there's a lot of things on this. Take what's yours and leave what's not. Those of you, if you're into safety, pay attention. Those of you, you should pay attention to the signs. Pay attention to the red flags. Anything red is getting your attention. Usually it means stop. You don't need to be there. Some of you could get the opportunity. If you're like a Hollywood buff, you know the movies. Some of you, this is good game show energy. Some of you, you could be wanting to work at a museum or do like a tour group. So your knowledge is going to be, some of y'all could be getting tested for that. Some of y'all could be doing an interview and it's going to be all about what you know, especially if you like history. Those of you with clothing design, you could get the opportunity. This almost feels like a curator vibe as well. Any of you that know Julian's, the auction house in LA, some of you could get the opportunity to maybe buy some Hollywood memorabilia, especially like the old school movies. If you have your favorite actor or actress, this does have a little bit of that negative vibe to it because you have James Dean and then you have Natalie Wood. Those of you that know, Natalie Wood was warned to stay out of the fucking water years before. Then you got the James Dean energy on top of that. That's more like history buffs, those of you that know the Hollywood vibes. So, damn. That feels like a good quiz show. Questioning, some of you, if you want to work at a museum, this could be a museum energy for you as well. You could get the opportunity. If you're an actor or an actress or a writer or a producer or someone that does like the design for posters, this could be an interesting opportunity for you. Don't overwhelm yourself, and for fuck's sake, don't take any unnecessary risks. This does feel like a good time. This does feel like a good opportunity. Just don't do anything that you shouldn't. And definitely get like an overview. So if you're traveling somewhere you're not used to, or you're doing something that you don't normally do, you're going somewhere where you would be, or where you wouldn't normally be, especially if you're traveling, check in and let someone know what it is you're doing. So that way you're just being safe and smart, especially if you're doing something new. Don't go any further that you can't get your ass back. Don't do anything that you're not able to turn around and say nope. And if you get that feeling, turn around and say nope. Some of you, there's a relationship or partnership that you're going to find very burdensome. You're going to realize this. So be mindful of the group mentality. Be mindful of peer pressure. Just common fucking sense for some of you. So you got a lot going on here, Scorpios. Take what's yours and leave what's not. I like the red robe vibes with you. The red costuming with you. It's like the red flags. So whatever the fuck, when you're in doubt, just pay attention. Something red is going to be like the sort of inspiration with you, or you're going to be like, oh, no, that's okay. Some of you, make sure that you have everything that you need. So, if you're going out and you're doing something, make sure that you have like everything that you would need. This is like an emergency kit. Those of ladies, you kind of know what I'm talking about too, right? Make sure you're always prepared. And you're going to be just fine. What's over this Six of Swords energy? Temperance Angel. And the King of Pentacles. Scorpio, some of you are going to be the wise person in the boat. Some of you are going to be the smart one that sort of guides this energy. So now's not the time for anything unnecessary. Some of you might be considered the party pooper, but you're like, fuck no, this is not where we need to be. Nope, we're going back. I'm going back. You all need to go back too. Some of y'all be mindful of skinny dipping too. It might seem romantic, it might seem like fun, but you do not know. Stay out of the fucking water. Stay out of your emotions. Some of you be mindful of that whirlwind connection wanting to come in. That could very well be a tsunami type connection. So, damn. You don't need that shit. No, nothing unnecessary right now. Nothing unnecessary. And for fuck's sake, be the voice of fucking reason here too. That's like what you need to pay attention to. Those of you, if you're going for like a test, those of you, if you want to like work for a museum, some of you could be taking a tour. There's all kinds of tours out there wherever you're at. Someone that does like, you're really good at trivia nights. Look to see if there ain't an opportunity for you to like I don't know, maybe win drinks or maybe some cash or maybe tickets to somewhere. I like the Hollywood vibes on this. So some of you, maybe brush up on your old classics, the old favorite black and whites. Damn, take what's yours, Scorpio, leave what's not. Red is a sign, pay attention. So, you know what I mean? You would probably be the voice of reason. Some of you are dealing with relationships or partnerships that can be far too demanding. Don't wear yourself out. Don't do anything. It's like if you're going to take a hike, don't try to hike a 20-mile hike if you know you can barely do like half of it. So you need to know when it's time to turn your ass around and go back. You need to pace yourself. Some of you be mindful of those that are just trying to wear you out or wear you down as well. So some of you are going to realize a relationship or partnership, that isn't the connection that you thought it was going to be. There's like a burden energy here that you need to make sure you're very mindful of. I feel like you're going to be the voice of fucking reason. You're going to be the voice of reason. Some of y'all need to. Some of y'all, this is what you do. Others of you, this is like common sense. So check the weather where you're going. Some of you all get the maps that you need. Some of y'all be mindful of what you need to pay attention to. Good luck. God bless. Like, share, subscribe. Whatever this is, you understand it. But I feel like you're going to be the voice of reason. Or Scorpio, some of you need to. Don't go out any further than you can get your ass back in. So whatever it is you're doing. Whatever it is you're doing. Some of you be mindful of a tsunami type relationship or partnership. And you're going to realize this because it's going to be just way too fucking much. Way too fucking much. So be mindful of those connections. Damn. Good luck. God bless. Peace, love, and light, Scorpio. If you're good at trivia, some of you look, especially if you might need some cash or something. Some of you, there's like a trivia night or a trivia opportunity. Some of y'all, this could be a game show. Especially if you're really good at trivia. Some of you, if you're really good at Hollywood trivia, movie trivia, costuming trivia, right? Whatever the hell this energy is with you. Some of you could be taking a test to be to work for a museum or do like a walking tour. Especially if you have that sort of knowledge base. Some of you, this could be an opportunity for you. There's a lot of YouTube channels that talk on that. So some of you that's wanting to do that. Those of you that are really good at history. Those of you that like that history. The costuming. Don't forget the costuming. Some of you could be doing some cosplay. Be the voice of reason, Scorpio. Be the voice of reason. You're going to be just fine. You're like helper energy here. You're the knowledgeable one here. But you're also going to probably be the party pooper. You're going to be the one that says, nope, come on, reel it back in. What the fuck? Good luck, God bless, like, share, subscribe, Scorpio. Ring the bell if you're ever so inspired to as well. Peace, love, and light.